Peahi Challenge, a special event, a special place. Peahi means to wave or to beckon. It was only a few years ago that men and women started using their own power, their own hands to paddle into these monstrous waves. And we've seen the level continue to get pushed, session by session, year by year. It's been absolutely incredible to watch the evolution of peahi.
Growing up here is a really good place to learn everything about surfing. First time I surfed Jaws, I just remember going so much faster than I'd ever gone before. And it was like the talons are in your back now. It just like captivates you and pulls you in. It essentially consumed my life. This year I was trying a completely different approach. Just tried to kind of turn off a little bit of that exterior noise.
As soon as he has the idea that they're going to prepare and that green light was lit, phone gets shut off, and it's all about focusing directly on him. He's not going to have any outside distractions.
As soon as they called the contest on, I didn't really have any anxiety or nervousness. It was just dusting off all your gear and everything that you need for a big day at Jaws, because this was the first swell of the winter for us.
We're here in beautiful Haiku on the Valley Isle of Maui for the first stop of the Northern Hemisphere Big Wave Tour.
We've been waiting all morning, and from what we understand, it is a go. And there is definitely an increase in swell from what we saw early this morning.
Round number one, heat number three. Two Maui boys in the way of Ian Walsh and Kai Lenny.
Ian, he is one of the best at understanding the lineup of where he is.
The positioning at Jaws is probably the most important component to actually catching the wave. You only have about a 3-foot triangle that you need to be in to really catch the wave.
And our surfers are going to have to position themselves. We'll see if we have any takers.
And as soon as I turned around, I could see the second wave really standing up.
Looks like Ian Walsh trying to get into this one.
He's got a dig in this one. It's a deep and steep one.
Deep, steep, underneath, and Ian Walsh coming around the corner there. Nice high line through the bowl. Bowling section. Fins get a little bit disengaged in that whitewater, but did a really good job of scratching into that wave.
It looks like an Ian's drop though. Super committed. This is a bomb early into it.
As I stood up and started to set my edge, there was a big ledge to kind of go over and this big step.
That's 6 times overhead. That is easily a 40-foot wave.
Hung on as long as I could, and then just the wheels flew off.
This is going to be a good number for him.
The judges like that line that he took on that big wave, 8.33, an excellent ride. And Ian Walsh takes an early lead. Beautiful wave by Ian Walsh.
You would think that that's probably his first wave of the season. It can be a little bit challenging to get over the hump. No worries for him.
We still have plenty of time left. You don't think Ian Walsh is going to get another one? Come on.
Say so.
I love it. People always ask what's in the water. I'll tell you straight, it's the Maui boys. And Peahi is proud to have them.
Big set outside. There's a monster.
My second wave looked like a really big set from where I was sitting.
Ian Walsh is out there. What's he doing?
We got Walsh paddling into this one. Take a look at this drop in the size of the wave. Ian Walsh just on a monster. Coming around this inside bowl, hangs right in there.
And keeps some control out into the channel. Gonna be the highest number of the day.
I just tried to really get on my inside edge to get more drive and momentum down the line.
Look at how big that wave is. That's 6 times, 7 times overhead.
And as I was bottom turning, it just started to clip my inside rail. To catch 2 waves in the first 15 minutes is pretty fortunate. I mean, you can surf Jaws for like 7 hours and not even get 1 wave. Definitely a good start to the winter. Those were my first 2 waves of the winter.
With 26.13 out of a possible 30 points that he could score here, we're going to see Ian Walsh, Kai Lenny, and Ryan Hipwood in our second semifinal when we return to competition tomorrow.
I'm glad we're getting a start to the winter this early, and hopefully this snowballs into something pretty special.
The bar being set by Maui's own Ian Walsh. Aloha, good morning from Peahi. We're down to the semifinals. Just 12 competitors on the men's side.
The second day, the conditions changed dramatically. It just looked phenomenal.
This morning, we arrived here hoping that there's going to be some surf, and we are greeted with pumping surf. Barreling offshore conditions, the sun is out. Could you ask for a better finals, Dick?
We're in semi-final number 2, and the waves are bombing. We got 3 Maui boys out there. All 3 want to make the final.
In the red jersey, Ian Walsh. Late drop. Holds it together. Every wave he takes, you look thinking he's just going to be no problem. But that one chases him down. He has to get out of there. We still have the energy rising. We're still getting the biggest wave still coming towards the coast. But look at the barrel. Look at that thing. And that's what we're hoping to see. That is the ultimate, is to be able to be in one of those huge waves, wrapped around all of that danger, and being able to get spit out into the channel. That's what everyone searches for, and that's why you come to Peahi.
Kai Lenny's going to get the entrance, makes the drop, pulls up high in a big barrel here at Peahi.
Is so good.
Wow. And Ryan Hipwood strokes into this one, makes it down to the bottom. He's going to seek the barrel, pulling in. Hippo, can he find an exit?
He does. Wow. This is going to be a huge number. What a ride. 10 points for Ryan Hipwood. Out on that outside peak, you see red, Ian Walsh. He knows where to be, and here he is.
And he goes, Ian Walsh. He's going to seek a barrel of his own. Walsh in the barrel. And he's threading through that other section.
Wow.
Ian Walsh.
Well, there you go. You have to give that a 10-point ride.
As I stood up, I just started to get on my inside edge and push as hard as I could, like literally feeling my toes digging into the wax.
Wow, it is a tube fest in 35 to 40-foot surf.
Well, that's how he gets back into the game.
It's going to put him into third position.
You could see it starting to load up on the reef. It just felt like a completely different wave than anything I've ever ridden at Jaws.
Ian Walsh showing mastery of Peahi. And we are ticking down to the end of semi-final number 2, probably one of the most entertaining heats we've ever seen on the Big Wave Tour.
It's fun to be a part of everything progressing and lifting wave after wave after wave. It was cool to even be a part of that heat.
And it is going to be Makua Kai Rothman, Greg Long, Billy Kemper, Ryan Hipwood, Kai Lenny, and Ian Walsh in the Peahi Challenge Final. Welcome to the Peahi Challenge. We have made it to the finals. Got 3 Maui boys in this final.
Says a lot about the experience that these guys have at this break.
I was just kind of looking for a big wave. You only have an hour, and an hour can go really, really quickly at Jaws.
It's going to be Ian Walsh's turn. Ian off the bottom, delays a bottom turn, high line through here, looking for a barrel. The wave's not going to be hollow, but he's going to go successful on this opening ride.
The wave was a really fun wave. I just did this like kind of long drawn out bottom turn. It was a nice drop and then had a clean wall all the way to the channel. And it just felt good to kind of kick out, you know, get your feet in the wax and start the heat.
Getting into it, Ian Walsh, he's already on his second wave. He's looking for the barrel, pulls in. A nice view for Ian Walsh. And he goes complete. He's going to step off again into the channel for his second completed ride.
This set went wide, so he was in perfect position. Look at this. He sets it up off that bottom turn, delayed it as long as he could to keep that speed, so he comes up into the pit and has that speed to get through it and into the channel. So 2 quick waves for Ian Walsh.
And the numbers are now in. Ian Walsh is 7.67. That's going to get doubled in his score line.
So I didn't even know that I had the lead. I just knew that I need to get a better second wave.
Ian Walsh, he's got the lead. Can he hold on to it for another 4 minutes and 35 seconds? Kai Lenny, out of anyone, is actually in the best position right now to take the win.
So both these surfers having good numbers, the highest one being with Ian, the second highest being Kai Lenny, so you're right.
It is nice to have a lead. That can be really hard to do with 6 extremely talented, hungry surfers.
We have a big wall coming through here at Peahi. Will Kai Lenny's positioning pay off?
Well, look at this.
It's
Look
looking
at this.
pretty good for Kai Lenny. Broke away from the pack, and this wave is just standing up.
Oh, he couldn't get in. Way deep. Look at Ian Walsh.
Ian Walsh, our leader in the final, having to straighten out on a monster wave.
Oh, how did he pull
And
that?
he just stands up through a mountain of whitewater. Incredible.
Will that better his low score of a 3.67? He held off his fellow competitors, and that could be enough to take a win. And it's gonna pay off. There it is.
6.33 last score for Ian Walsh. He increases his lead in this final. So things looking good for Maui boy Ian Walsh at this point. Now we're down to just 2 minutes and 30 seconds. It's all up to the ocean now.
Wow, there might be a set at this very last minute. Kai Lenny's sitting underneath again. Will he get another opportunity here? Because this could be it.
Kai strokes into it. Kai gets to his feet. He is going to get a second scoring ride. Let's see what he can do. Squares up off the bottom, pulls high. Gets a little clip, stays on his feet there in a difficult section. Another bottom turn, and he comes
Really?
complete into the channel.
Really important wave for Kai Lenny. He needs a 7.38 to overtake the lead. To get this in the last minute was huge. Not enough.
And there we go. Congratulations to Maui's own Ian Walsh, 2017 Peahi Challenge champion.
A dream run for Ian Walsh.
This is a really big honor, and I'm stoked that I can keep this thing on Maui.
Having everything come together at home on Maui was pretty special. That was pretty cool to be able to like come in and my dad's there, my mom's there.
Feels pretty good.
I feel like that was, you know, one time in my entire life where I used every bit of surfing small waves and big waves and all the good days and all the bad days all down into one moment.